Checking in here, 10:39 a.m., Wednesday, December 10th. Second video of the day. Last video, you saw me get stopped out of my first trade for a $250 loss. And I had my did we also get into the second trade while we were together? I know it was initiated either right at the end of that video or right after I got off the air. That second trade ended up, I moved up the stop loss too soon, made back the 250 plus 62. So we were up $62. Then at the gym, it presented itself again. So I took it, and we'll look at that in a moment. But where are we at right now? So right now, our silver position is up just about 19,000. So that's hanging in there real nice. And we're at 610,000 for the year, 38% as it stands. I mean, this thing can go awry and change that number in a heartbeat. So we're really interested in the overall market's reaction to the Fed decision and press conference today, but I'm mostly interested in silver, as I currently don't have a position in the S&P futures, but I'm looking for another one if it gives it to me. This last move I missed. But let's look at it real quick. So on the third trade of the day, I did get the P&L up to 12.50. So that's where we stand now. No position, no open orders. I'd love to see this at least return to VWAP, but it could be bull flagging. Could be bull flagging, but if you look, we've had 4 nice opportunities today. Now, granted, the first one was like at 4:30 in the morning, so I'm not going to be up making that trade. But you had this big push down. I'm not even going to count this. I'm not going to even count that wick, which could have been counted. But if we go grind its way all the way back up here and then immediately turn back down. So this was the second time down. Back up, down again, back up, third time, down again. This was the trade that I took right after that. I think I had my last TP at 49 and it didn't. I was in that green candle. I didn't reach that. I had to, before I stopped out at 46, I had moved my final contract stop up to 46, got stopped out of that. And that's where we've left it with a total net of 12.50 right now. And then we were at the dry cleaner and I'm like, if I was at home, I would definitely take this trade. Once we started getting in that 36, and I would have went 36, 35, 34, all of it would have filled. Then I would have made the move that we talked about this morning, which was to get all of this back. And it did exactly that, hit its head on it, as you could see. And now it's trying to determine, am I going back down or am I just going to flag a bit and then take off again? Because I do want to have some sort of flyer position on during the Fed announcement and press conference, just in case we catch a tiger by the toe and it really heads back towards all-time highs, which is what I would anticipate over the next couple of weeks, if not an aggressive move towards it today. But if this moves back down, gets to below, depending on the size of the candles, slices back through VWAP again, then I will definitely be looking to re-enter for possibly the 5th setup of the day. That's crazy talk. Crazy. Yep. So what are we looking like over here? Okay, so we've taken out the overnight low twice, tapped it 2 other times, so that's 4 times. I can take that off now because I don't visually need to see it, because now I would go, and let me put it here so it'll be more visible for me. Let's do one of these deals at this low, which we'll call it like 30.75. Okay, let's change it to red. Get in there, and LOD, low of the day, which was 68.30.75. That's for my visual pleasure. Okay, so we have not yet taken out the overnight high, and we certainly haven't come close to yesterday's high, which was 68.72.50. I think those numbers are in the cards today, based on market sentiment, reaction to the press conference and decision. We know what the decision is going to be, quarter point cut. What Powell says from there, though, and how the market reacts, it's up to them, but we just got to wait for the price action to show us what's going on. So right now, I do nothing until we get another flush, a decent flush. I always look for a minimum of 10 points, but it's preferred to get 20. So right now it got up to what we'll call it 56, and it's down to 49. So if it cuts back through 47 here, depending on, again, the price action, size of candles, I mean, if you are a risky trader, you could make that trade with a tight stop. But again, this is not trading advice. It's barely entertainment. Still flagging again, even after this monster flag consolidation. Here's our flag. We have our flag. And then a brand new flag right here. Up, flag down. Probably should have bought more contracts here, but I was waiting to see what type of retracement we'd get. I think we got it. I think the next move is another high, all-time high. In fact, let's put it up here for visual reference. So that wick touched, we'll call it 62,105. All-time high. See if we take that out today. Then my my silver position will be looking very nice. Okay, I think we just touched 47. Is that crazy? So does 47 become back in play in a major way, which it's been for the last 2 weeks? I did change the color coding of 47, and 36 turned out to be the right color code, because you can see how many times only the wick has gotten into it, not a body of the candle yet. So I'd be looking at these levels again. Preferably for the safety, it would repeat the same process and come all the way back down into the mid to low, like this 36 region. It'd be great to catch some contracts right through here, maybe get a couple with a wick, and then chasing back up to at least 51. That would be a very nice trade. So that's what I'm looking at on that front. Bitcoin meandering, could be called a long, weird looking bull flag. Gold meandering as well. SLV looking very nice. Natty, where you at, Natty? Oh, there you are. All right, that could be considered a bear flag, right? Look at that. Whoop, la 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 la. More down. We'll see. I talking to myself right now. Don't even think about trading that. I don't even know why you're looking at it. I don't know. It after that major move from here. Look at that. Or we're like 4462 all the way up to 466 in that short period of time. But now trying to determine if that could be looked at as a flag as well. You and all your flag talk lately. I've just really been liking the flag plays, and they've, probability wise, have been working out more wins than losses. But let's see here. So the last little moves down wicked into the 47s and then tried to turn around. I would definitely be looking for it to crash through 47 before I consider another trade in the ES. Got money on the board, and I don't want to try to give too much of it back prior to. But this could easily turn up here and threaten those mid-50s again. And I may try it right before our very eyes. Okay, thanks for tuning in, liking it, subscribing it, loving it. And I'll see you, see you in the next video.